In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to enter a capital loss carryover in the investments and savings section. If you need to bring a capital loss from a previous tax year into your current return, this is where you'll do it. A capital loss carryover allows you to apply an unused loss from an earlier year to help offset capital gains, or in some cases, reduce taxable income, depending on your situation. Because of that, it's important to enter the amount carefully and make sure it matches your prior tax records. To begin, go to the Wages and Income section of your return. This is the area where you'll find different income categories, including investment-related entries. Once you're there, look for the Investments and Savings section. This section typically includes items like interest, dividends, stock sales, and other investment information. So if you're entering something connected to past investment losses, you're in the right place. After opening Investments and Savings, select Capital Loss Carryover. This option is specifically for losses from a prior year that were not fully used at that time. Choosing this section tells the system that you need to continue applying that unused amount to the current return. Next, enter your prior year's capital loss carryover amount exactly as it appears on your previous Form 1040, Schedule D. Be sure you're using the carryover figure from the prior year's tax documents, not just estimating or using the total loss from an investment account statement. The amount entered here should come directly from your completed tax return, since that figure reflects what was actually allowed and what remained available to carry forward. As you enter the number, take a moment to double check that you're using the correct year's Schedule D and the correct carryover amount. Accuracy matters here because even a small error could affect how your gains or losses are calculated on the current return. Once that amount is entered, the system can use it when figuring your investment tax results for this year. If you're ever unsure which number to use, it's a good idea to review your prior return carefully before moving on. That's all you need to do to enter a capital loss carryover in this section. Following these steps carefully will help make sure your return reflects the correct prior year loss amount and that your tax calculations stay accurate.